Right, we're now live. We're going to let Jason switch the sound on, okay? But it's to the keyboard, unfortunately.
Just let me know if it's okay.
Yeah. Going into the jack. She's ready to there now. And then up towards the jack. Yeah, and then zoom a little bit in now. Yeah. About there, mate. Leave it there. Perfect. Yeah, leave it about there. If you do that every time, I'll do that. Then back to the player. It's a special keyboard that we use. About there, mate, yeah.
Ah, well done.
Something like that.
Yes.
Excellent.
Excellent.
Πόσο? 5 λεπτά. 5.
Okay, thank you very much.
Μόνο έτσι, γιατί βγάζει και διπλά και βγάζει και μεταφέρει. Αυτό εδώ που σου δείχνει.
Ναι, αυτό είναι. Αυτό είναι.
Πες μου λίγο αυτό που μπορεί να βοηθήσεις. Βλέπω.
Είναι
Θηλυκό.
Ένα-δύο.
So put that back to white.
Yeah.
Back to white. Back to there. Back to score. Back to save. Score reset. White.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if I did it the other way around, if I went score, if I went that.
Yeah.
Green.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
They came in
Score.
short, so there was
Save.
no tournament.
Score reset. That's a bloody score.
Ah. Okay. Yeah. Right. Going to custom again. Right. Name, colour. And that's score.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Go back to score. Try this. Try going in here. That.
That just
Maybe you can't get it. Maybe it's a blue background. Maybe that's just the way the guys designed it. Try it again. Custom again.
I mean, that's the text. That's the score itself.
That's the four.
That's the font. Name size,
That's
end
the
size.
bottom.
There's nothing that says
There's
what that
nothing
is.
that says background or anything like that. Oh well. Is that live then? Right, so see if that. Is your microphone live? It's live on. And is there a roll off on that microphone? No, that's just the release.
No, there's no.
There's no roll off.
Only through the software.
Can you hold that way down? Just, 'cause I don't think it's going to be long enough. It's a bit dodgy.
We could move the table. Yeah.
There's no roll off button. Who sent it? I can make that cable longer for you. Is that alright? Why is it not picking up your sound? Test, test. So you won't hear it here. I don't know. That's it there. They're connected on there. Right, hang on.
On 2. Well, good morning, everybody, and welcome down here to the beautiful island of Cyprus and the Athena Beach Hotel for the start of this absolutely fabulous Atlantic Rim Senior Fours Championships. Quick apology for the late coming on there, just sorting out as usual. Just a few little gremlins, but we're live with you now. First game up, well, what a fantastic game that is. We have the Norfolk Islands taking on Zimbabwe. Joining me in the commentary box, the celebrity bowler with me this morning is a good friend of mine, all the way from Scotland, Miss Anne Dunwoody. Good morning, Anne.
Yeah, it's better, Jason. I may as well speak in the local Lake dialect.
Oh, there we go. Yes. Interesting game here, Anne, isn't there? I mean, two really, really good sides from two very different kinds of countries, really.
Oh, definitely. Norfolk Island, if the longest journey here, and Zimbabwe. Norfolk Island got off to a wonderful start. They picked up a 5. The greens, still a lot of dew in the green just now, but as the sun moves round it will dry out. And then on the second end they counted a double, Jason, so 7-0. It is, each game is, as you know, 15 ends, or over a period of 2.5 hours.
Yeah, lots of teams playing in this Atlantic Rim Championships. You can see the very large facility here at the Athena Beach. Sister hotel next door, the Athena Royal. It's an artificial surface for those of you that are not familiar with the facilities here in Cyprus. The greens are all split. There are 4 different levels of outdoor green. This is, to be fair, and I think the fastest of the 4 surfaces.
Yes, yeah, definitely the fastest.
Anne and I had a little cheeky practice just before we started, which is, you can see our lines on the bowling green there. They're the ones that are furthest away from the jack. But
We did pretty good, so didn't we?
Yeah,
You can see the patches drying out now. That's not marked on the green, but these the darker patches will disappear as the sun comes round. Very pleasant morning too, isn't it? It's not too warm. I don't think it will be excruciating in the afternoon. I think it will be just pleasant to have a nice game of bowls in.
Yeah, conditions are very, very good. Very, very low wind. Just 18 degrees here in Cyprus at the moment. That's going to get a little bit warmer throughout the day. Peaks of around about 23 degrees here. Not bad for a December morning. Interesting hand this forehand in this direction. There's two lines. There's a very straight line which seems to have just been able to be played there, but there's also a boomerang.
Yeah, oh, it certainly was a boomerang this morning. I think if you just miss your line on the narrow side, I think it can just swoop away. I remember playing here a good few years ago, and I think this would be my favourite rink, but I don't know if it would still be. Good interest in this event, Jason, isn't there, from all around the world?
Yes, it's great. You know, it's World Bowl sanctioned. That's the main thing about that, isn't it? Get that kind of like being honoured to have that sanction from World Bowls is really, really something for an event like this. As Bowls goes on, you know, broadcasting wise, it's predominantly mainly the younger generation, and it's great to see, you know, some CD4's action here from all around the world.
Yeah, lots of these players paid their own way to come to this event, Jason, which speaks a lot, you know, volumes.
Yes.
It's been a keen interest in it. For us oldies, I would say, but it's a delight to think we've got the same appeal as maybe some of the junior ones.
I'll just dip now at the last minute. 3 of these Zimbabwe gentlemen I had the pleasure of meeting out in China when I played in the Tiger Bowls. Fabulous players. Tony, their number 2, is from Yorkshire. He's from Scunthorpe. We won't hold that against him, but so they moved out to a beautiful country.
We had a good chat with Kev Hartwig from Norfolk Islands last night, didn't we? 27 hours, I think he said, it took them to come all that way, and they're certainly looking forward to it this morning. Their lead is Tony Schluna, and he's actually from Malta, but has taken up residency in Norfolk Islands. For those of you who don't know where Norfolk Island is, if you look at Australia, you'll see Sydney and you'll see Brisbane, and Norfolk Island is just about 2.5 hours off the coast, flying off the coast between these two countries in Australia.
Yeah, it's only a small country, isn't it? I think population, is it 1,700 to 2,000?
Something like that he said last night, yes. Only one bowling club.
Got the jack. Oh. Yeah, one bowling club. I think he said there was 40 male members and 20 female members.
Mm-hmm.
But they still produce the goods.
Oh, God. They've got Karen Anderson, they have Shay, I think the younger girl's name is. They actually won a Commonwealth bronze medal when the games were up in the Gold Coast. Yep, they've done well for a very small nation. You're the expert in Zimbabwe, you know these boys. They must have pretty good if they've been playing in China too.
Yeah, they do. There's a couple of them, they have had their South African colours. Played with one of a friend of mine, Stuart Milligan, who now lives in Manchester. He's a very good bowler in his own right, and his father was a tremendous South African bowler. So they played for their country, you know, a few times. So that little bit of added pressure will be taken off. I think it's that first time you put on your country shirt. Yeah. There's that much pride and pressure. Yeah.
We have 14 male rinks here, and I think it's 12 female rinks. It's a round robin they play, and the top 4, after all the games have been played, the top 4 finishers will go through to the knockout stages.
Very bright bowling shoes there.
Pitcher should get a bit better though when the sun does. It shouldn't be too long moving round.
And this is where a little bit of sports psychology and mental strength sometimes comes into the sport. And artificial surfaces, sometimes the ball you would normally play on a grass surface is not necessarily the correct ball. I would personally say on an artificial. I always find to try and keep it as easy as possible on an artificial surface. Maybe not always looking to try and play that perfect ball. Just play up, guarantee a little bit of pace.
Just got to be in the area sometimes. I think there's 4 full greens this morning too. So
Let's have a quick look there. The marker in the red's got the lollipops. Just looks like a 1 there to Zimbabwe. I think it was a 1 paddle he put up. I think Zimbabwe are now on the scoreboard looking there just through the legs. Yep, 7 for Norfolk, I think it is. Changing the scoreboard for those live viewers. Norfolk Highlands are on the way. Just come back down that hand. I had probably 4 balls down it earlier on. If you could pace it, it'll come back all the way. And there is a line slightly, maybe a foot inside as well, that'll finish in exactly the same place. It's not too bad, I would say, as long as the ball bends inwards. Pretty consistent. It is.
Better picture just now. We're in the shadows.
Zoom out, Phil. You see the target. Yeah, check it.
Rinks are quite tight together, Jason.
Yeah, quite narrow rinks. There's a lot of rinks here, you see, at Athena Beach. You can see some of the seats are on the other 2 rinks. And of course, you've got the fabulous indoor facility underneath these rinks. When you told me there was an indoor facility, that's why I looked strange at you. You go through a little tiny little door and it opens up to. Is there 7 rinks?
just amazing, isn't it? It's a warren of little things all about here. You've got to find all the nooks and crannies and taken you around a few of them, Jason, haven't I? Shortcuts.
If anybody knows any dark corners. Left-handed, of course, here, so playing his backhand just into the shadow. So pretty good lines. It's just lacking that little bit of pace, really, just to hold it up. Gives you a little connection.
I think this is Norfolk Island, and the traditional Norfolk Island shirt. Zimbabwe is quite bright and cheery, I would say.
Yeah, it's actually, when you look very closely at the front of the shirt, it's actually an elephant in various different colours. If you look very closely, it's an elephant trunk, yeah.
I'll have a look.
Let me show you. I've already said to them I want one of their shirts. You can see the sun definitely starting to come down now, it's halfway down the green. That'll be gone in the next probably half an hour. The bowling greens are situated in between these 2 fabulous hotels. Looks slightly underneath, I think.
It's been 6 years in the making, this championship, Jason. COVID, etc., etc. So the organisers were delighted, absolutely delighted to have it up and running this morning. A lot of hard work has been put in by particularly Anne Ullman, who is the bowls coordinator at Athena Beach, and she's got a good team behind her.
Yeah, quite an experienced team really, as well as the good tournament director, the international technical officer there, Alan Thornhill. Well, most people know Alan. He does a tremendous job keeping everybody in order.
Yes. Cyprus too have got a very small membership in this country. I think it's about 180 or something I was told last night.
Oh,
It's
really?
168. So for a small nation like this to put on a tournament of this standing speaks volumes for them.
So Norfolk Island extend their lead, 8-1 after 4 ends. Morning dew just starting now to dry out. That will obviously just change the lines ever so slightly, especially the speed. Speed, well, I think it's running round about 16 seconds on this top green.
When the dew's there, it's easy to follow your lines. When it disappears, it's that little bit more difficult. Fours is always quite a difficult game to stream, Jason, isn't it? It's quite a lot of bodies about, but we've got a good vantage point up here, looking down and everything.
Yeah. It's the first time I can honestly say I've had Anne in my bedroom. Thank goodness.
Which Anne are you talking about?
Oh yes. Sorry, Trevor. Still plenty of room here. I think the players are just kind of chopping and changing a little bit at the moment. Oh dear. They're just chopping and changing, just trying to find which hand is suiting them. I think this forehand is the better hand in this direction. I think it's always going to bend back for you. Throw it out, get some decent pace.
I think you went about a foot into the other rink this morning and it
Still
came back all the way,
Yeah.
the way.
Yeah, it's still bent back, didn't it? This hand is always just staying away from the jack, as you can see there.
Quite a good mix of countries from around the world, Jason.
Some interesting countries. Some I've never really seen play before. In my own, with my own eyes, kind of thing. Czech Republic. That's fantastic to see them there. Some of the in-house favourites, as you like. You've got Jersey, Guernsey, England, Scotland, South Africa. Switzerland's another good one for me. I've not seen a lot of Swiss players playing the game. USA, well, they've been around quite a while as well, haven't they?
They've sent quite a contingent of players.
Certainly have. Yeah, big send in there from the States, Wales, and then the lonesome four from Zimbabwe.
We were sorry, of course, to lose Israel It was understandable under the circumstances, but I think I was looking forward to catching up with my Israeli friends again. So we hope they're well, we hope they're safe, and hope we will catch them all soon, Jason.
Yes, hopefully at the World Championships maybe, but like you say, the main thing is everybody's safe. Well, interesting end of bowls here.
Nobody quite nailing it.
No, they've all got their heads down here, a little disheartened in themselves. Don't worry about that. The skips will just try and negotiate the Chinese tourist attraction at the front here. We had this conversation yesterday. I think sometimes when you're playing on a tricky surface or a particularly tricky ring, sometimes you've just got to get it into your head. 2 feet a yard is a good bowl. All you do is beat the nearest bowl, isn't it? You can't expect to keep playing bowls 6 or 7 inches away on something that's a little bit tricky. So the key is don't get disheartened. Just keep plugging away. 2 feet on this surface is very, very good.
That's usually my kind of theory. The greens in Scotland are testament to it could be like that. So I always just think you've just got to beat the nearest bowl.
What he's playing with that Zimbabwe skip, that bowl's just bent about 14 yards.
Frank.
This is tight as well. Just throw it out. Key to this hand is throw it out. Looks tight again.
Just needs to round that a wee bit. Yep. Couple of feet short.
Yeah. We'll just keep an eye on the marker, see how many lollipops he holds up. We'll have a look there for us. Up 3. So another 3 to the Norfolk Isles. They'll be extremely pleased with this start and this first game. Once again, if you have just joined us this morning, a very warm welcome to the Atlantic Rim Senior Fours here. We're live from Paphos on the beautiful island of Cyprus. We're staying, of course, at the very popular Athena Beach Hotel.
Couldn't ask for anything better, Jason. It's right on the beach as well. Very picturesque.
national anthem is obviously God Save the King,
Yeah.
which is quite interesting, being so far away.
Spoke very proudly about that last night too when we were speaking to them.
It did, yeah. For such a small place, it's such a beautiful place covered with sandy beaches, and obviously they've got well known for the pine trees, as you can see on the back of the shirt there. It's the big forests that surround Mount Pitt.
Now you know a lot more than me, Jason. I may. I'm thinking maybe I'll take a visit over next time I'm in Australia. It's not too far away from my usual haunts over there, so might be worth just seeing what it's all about.
Just didn't seem to get that one away. I think it's just slightly underneath the line. It's not bent too far. Yeah, just slightly underneath, only a yard. Slightly shorter length than what they played in this direction last time. See the elephant there, Anne?
It's a wee bit far away from me, Jason. That's with glasses on. I'll have a closer inspection later on, just to see, just to see if you're telling me porkies or not. Oh well, I can see, yeah, I can see something.
See the elephant's head?
Oh, I see
There's
that.
his tusk,
Yeah.
and then the yellow at the top there is part of the trunk.
Yeah. I always find it quite, not exciting, but I like to see all the different colours out there in the shirts. White seems pretty boring now,
Yes,
doesn't it?
yes, it's some may class it as traditional, some may, like I say, maybe a little bit more boring. I think the colours are certainly a lot nicer. I think you're more inclined for somebody to have a stop and nosy if they're walking past the bowling green.
Yeah.
If people are all in nice jazzy colours, I think gone were the days where if you see 64 players all in white, I think more people will be inclined just to walk past. If it's all jazzy new bowls like this and different colours,
They
I
wonder
think-
what it is.
yeah, you more, yeah, you definitely get a lot more people that would at least stop and just have a little look.
And you usually see more people in shorts now. Not just the younger ones, I know there's some of the men like long pants, but the shorts are very popular now too.
So one to the Norfolk Islands at the moment. Just needs to stop. Sits on the back bowl, maybe okay. Just a little bit too far.
Not your traditional live screening, but it does give you a good viewpoint from up here. And you can see where the balls are in the head.
This is the only time where I wish both teams were playing with the same colour ball. Well, they may have just turned that in for another, and that maybe two now for Norfolk Islands. They're playing with the green and white stickers. Zimbabwe stickers are every colour there is. They're very bright and jazzy.
Same as their shirts.
Yes.
wondered what was happening there, but it's the arrow going up the screen.
Well, can you just get back a little touch? If it sits, just rolled out, I think. Yep, 2 for Norfolk Island, I think it's going to be.
They're having a good look. Measure, I think.
So it's definitely going to be a pair, and we're going to look for a measure for 3. Just the 2. So 13-1 is the score. Ends are starting to tick away, almost halfway through this first round game. Round robin, don't forget. So I'll have plenty of other games to call the shots back. slides. We'll have to go them later.
No, the last time I went in that one, we could just get stuck at the top.
So sticking with this backhand, slightly. Now it bends a little bit and then straightens at the end, just like in the pace.
Kev not very happy with that one. Tight. Out of the rink. Seems to be a hold sort of halfway down on that side if your weight's good.
Yes, there's a little straighten of about 4 or 5 feet, like you say.
Mm.
It bends again just at the depth.
Like everything else, so it depends on what model of bowl you're using. But I think the forehand going up this way is the best of the two hands for me to watch anyway, because it does boomerang back.
That was unfortunate there. He was almost bang on the jack. Just got robbed by the short blocker. Here's the straightener.
Yeah. They've had a few days to practice too, so Jason, haven't they? Yesterday was the main day for practicing, but some people have arrived here at USA. They've been here for a good few days. They've done the hard yards on the green.
I think, to win an event, you've got to be prepared to put the practice in, haven't you?
Yeah.
If you fail to prepare, then you have to prepare to fail, unfortunately. They do have artificial surfaces, obviously in the United States as well. There's one in San Jose where the PBA qualifiers were played this year. So, the artificial surface per se won't be as strange to them. But like I say, lots of rinks here to get your head around.
Oh, yeah. And different levels too. They all play differently. They're all different weights. But it's a felt carpet. It's not a woven carpet.
I wonder why you were rubbing it before. It's quite thick, isn't it? It's a bit like the old Cambrian felt.
Yes. It's quite tight round about the greens, but what they've done is they've put seats up the middle of the green to differentiate sides and down the sides, so you get a good viewpoint if you're just here to spectate.
Yeah, you are in Cyprus, whether you're on holiday or whether you live here. You can buy day tickets to come down. They are available. Come and sit in the glorious sunshine. Nice cafe bar just down on the beach there. Some variety of lovely lattes.
Yeah, there's some bars all around the greens, Jason. Most levels. It is winter time just now, so a few facilities are closed on the run into Paphos. But the hotel is going strong here. They provide you with food, alcohol, entertainment, swimming pools, walks. So there's quite a lot to do.
Just lacking that 2 feet for that straight.
Yeah, I thought it was going to swing a lot tighter than that, but it held up well.
So another pair. I think Zimbabwe are going to have to regroup here very, very quickly, and I think they need to change the tactics. I think they're still looking to play too many of those perfect bowls, which is just not suiting at the moment. Maybe just play a little bit more direct, a little bit more positive, and just try and see if we can just shake something up. Key is, of course, getting hold of this jack and changing the length dramatically.
They only scored in one of the last 7 ends. However, it could all change in the run home, back of the game. good start from Tony. See if Keith can match him. Keith Beck from Zimbabwe. See if he can match Tony. Got lovely deliveries, these guys. Nice. Minimal movement. Just everything just seems to flow with their deliveries, Jason.
Yes, yeah, that's key, isn't it?
Yeah.
Your delivery is key.
Yeah.
Smooth as possible, or if you can't get it just quite as smooth due to whatever issue you may have, injury, age, mobility, it's try and get it as consistent. If
Yes.
you have that little bounce, fair enough, but try and be as consistent as you can, that's the key. We'll try and best to get some scores for you throughout the day. You'll have to just bear with us. So, like I said, there's 4 different bowling greens on 4 different levels, and we'll do our best. Little touch on that one. Oh, again, weight was very, very good, just under the line. Don't think that's going to have saved any though. It's still a 3, I think.
Looks quite narrow. Venue for holds. Oh, held all the way. Didn't go far at all. Well, there's still a couple of balls here just to rest on. Play down this backhand.
Norfolk Island obviously there in the driving seat. And we're just looking to just pack this head out. That's going to have to hold up. Now, can it find that nice little straightener? Yeah, it has done. Straight to the bowl. Well played. Well, Skip here's in a bit of trouble. Well, very close. Can he get hold of the jack? Oh, just found the gap. Well, if he could just sit in the same bowl, just gone out the back door, that's finishing in a really good place. Just needs to play something very, very similar and just hoping for a connection down this backhand still. I mean, the wide bowl was probably just 2 yards heavy with the previous delivery. He's looking at this, but that's the only shot he's really got here. There's too many holes to play anything a bit more direct, but not seen him drive yet. He might elect to go for the jack. He's squaring up as if he was going to play a little bit quicker. Well, a couple of away. Yeah. Well, got rid of a few there. There were quite a lot down. Just the one it is. So a very, very good commanding lead for the Norfolk Isles in this opening game. Don't forget 15 ends, or 2.5 hour time limit for this this first game. I mean, you got 15 shots there. I mean, for me, I'm going to look at trying to get as many of these shots back, giving yourself, a better chance going into the next round robin. Are they running out of time? I mean, 6 more ends. Well, 15 is 6. Won't be the first time it's been done, but they're going to have to start changing something, that's for certain.
Yeah, they're going to have to do something. Especially since it's the first game, Jason, you're trying to keep it tight and find your feet. That's not been going for Zimbabwe this morning. Norfolk have been, they played very well.
Still a bit of room. Now lob it out. Bit of technical term there. See?
Very nice, isn't it?
You throw it right out, it'll come all day long for you. You just got to have that confidence in throwing it out. Gonna get hold of the jack. Oh, there's that ridge. Little ridge right at the end where it just stays away.
we saw that this morning when we played in the dew. You could follow the line. You could see the bits where it held and the bits where it dipped away. Hitting the road.
Well, a little bit more attacking is going to be under the head. I've got a piece of it, that'll do. Still just a draw. To me, this is the best hand. Just throw it out, come back all day long. As demonstrated, that's the best bet. Well, the pace is just going to keep. Yeah. Just the lack of pace there. So it's just that one lonesome bowl. So they're on the scoreboard again. Now, this is important now. They have the jack. I would change this dramatically. I'd bring the mat right up the green. Yeah, he's listening to me. Here's where the skip stands on the tee and says, just past me. So, around about a 25-metre length jack. This will be very interesting just to see which side adapts to this quickest. Still be inclined to play this backhand, especially now it's shorter. 2 bites of the cherry. Play the swing or play the slightly narrower line. Down the forehand he goes. So the jack is just slightly underplayed that line, that's all. Weight's pretty good for the first one.
I don't see a change of tempo here. The mat's up, but I think we'll need to be a wee bit more aggressive to try and do something, Jason, as you say. 2, 3, 4, 6 ends left and there's 14 shots of difference.
Yeah, it's just that first couple of balls, it's always important just to get that little bit of pressure on early.
I always think artificial surfaces are a bit slower, a slower game than on grass.
Yes. Yeah. Takes the ball a lot longer to stop, doesn't it?
Yeah, but bowlers too, I mean the 2 boys at the front are really slower in their motions too. I think we'll need an SOS out for the T-boy shortly. See what Kevin's going to do this time. He's a serial badge collector. He has badges from all over the world.
Okay. I'd have kept that to himself, but...
Very proudly got them all catalogued.
Has he really?
Yeah, he was showing them, not showing you the badges. He was,
Badge collector, wait till I see him later. Yeah, looks like a shot. Pretty good bowl there. Only 18 inches off the perfect pace. You know, here that is a really good bowl. That's the difference sometimes between an artificial and a grass. You've just got to get that into your head. That on grass, you know, that's is equal to a 3 or 4 inch bowl. Played pretty quick. Just on the wide side, a little bit unlucky not to get rid of a couple. We'll just play almost the same delivery. If you can finish centre of the ring, that will be an absolutely fantastic bowl. Just takes away that direct contact with the jack. Well, good picture of the head there. The marker's just having a quick look for us. Stickers are quite hard to see. Norfolk Island in their slightly easier white and green stickers. Zimbabwe multicoloured. Well, how's your luck? Oh, dearie me. Unlucky. Solid on the jack. Well, could have gone anywhere, but very unlucky, just slightly underplayed. But he'll know what that does now. He wants to play something very, very similar, which I think he needs to. It's all about creating the chances now. Yeah, I'd go again at this. Learn from your last, nice and quickly. Yeah, nice and positive. Can he hold up? Can he hold up? Oh, got that gap again. Well, he's got last bowl. He'll be just looking at all the different options. Can't really tell from this angle where all the bowls are, but it certainly looks as if it's probably 3, I think. Nope, just the 2 is same. So, 4 ends to play, 18-2, Norfolk Island's lead. As I mentioned before, there's a fantastic team here at the Atlantic Senior Phones. As you can see, lots going on over the next 2 weeks. 4 celebrity bowlers, as you can see there from that lovely video. We're delighted to be joined with, obviously, and with me this morning. Also down at the side of the rinks we have Lorna Smith. Obviously a fantastic player, originally obviously from South Africa, now based in Scotland, been around the game a long, long time. We have Robert Wheel, won many World Commonwealth titles, and from England we have Mr. Bell, John Bell. Always a good company to have John. Some of his jokes I've heard many, many times before, but you still laugh at them. Mr. Balls, yes. Live from Wigton, yeah. John's a fantastic person to have, not just for any competition, but he's a great speaker, great joke teller, and a fantastic storyteller as well, yeah. So it's good.
Did you say a bad word about him?
No, I've tried many times, but failed. Yeah. So yeah, that's great. Tournament director for this event, Gary Smith, very experienced in winning many World Balls titles and competitions, and it's great to have him on board as well. Big team here at Cyprus. I hope you're going to enjoy the streaming over the next couple of weeks, all the way till the 13th. Now, can you get that little straightener? There you go, there it is. I think I do well on this rig, seem to know it already.
Well, I did tell you all the hands to play, didn't I?
Oh, is that what it was? Okay. Yeah, just sticking with it now. Just looking just to run down that little straight at the end, making sure you've just got pretty decent pace. Just underneath it. Just promote that one. No, that's not too bad. I think it's 2-2 Zimbabwe at the moment, those graphite coloured bowls. Well, in the area, here comes the straightener now. Touch, back to the jack. Oh, dearie me. Great effort, fantastic bowl for nothing. Holes are for bowls. He's looking to the commentary box there. 330,000 feet high.
You're usually a high flyer, though, Jason, aren't you?
Well, apparently everybody says that, yeah. I have no idea what they mean. Oh, that's a little cheeky one. Don't think it's in for 3 though, but still 2. You all seem to think I'm always away.
Someone at breakfast says, "Oh, you seem to be away a lot. Are you never at home?" I said, "Yes, 4 days in February."
I did read that the other day.
Did you read that?
Yeah. For my sins, I've had to put up with you for most of these days.
Well, here we go again. In the area once more. Once that jack. Got it.
Ooh. Out in the open now.
Yeah, I mean, that's a big turnaround. That, I think, if there's only one Zimbabwe bowl in all those 4 there.
That's about the heaviest bowl we've seen, you know. I'll be glad when the shadow disappears, because it is very deceptive when you're bowling. It does take your eye. I think the last week's.
Well, needs to sit that bowl solid. Oh, he's got a piece of it. Has it gone out the back door? Keep my eye on the market. Is it one Zimbabwe? May have just stayed in. Has done. So another single for Zimbabwe. So after 12 ends, Norfolk Islands 18, Zimbabwe 3. Just got some scores coming through on the doors from courtesy of Robert Wheel down Greenside. In the ladies event on rink number 2, Wales 6, England 17 after 10 ends. Rink number 3 down the beach bar there is Guernsey 8, United States of America 11 after 10 ends. Rink number 4, United States of America B 9, Jersey 10. So a good close game there on rink number 4. That's after 8 ends. So quite slow there on rink number 4. And rink number 6, Scotland 13, Norfolk Islands 5. That's after 10 ends. So I'm surprised at 8 ends. That's quite a slow, sluggish green, isn't it? Down by the beach. I think it's actually for an artificial. I think it's actually a nicer pace, slightly heavier. I think the lines become slightly more true, but the games are normally quicker. Clearly not, because we're 4 ends ahead here.
No shadows on that green this morning either. And I've got to say, I kind of not because I am Scottish, but I've fancied the Scottish girls down there because they have got a good track record, Jason. They've won, I think, the National Outdoor Fours. I think they won it twice. Sheila Douglas, who is a skip, played for Scotland for numerous years. So I'm quietly tipping them to do well in this competition, Jason.
Yes, that's a kiss of death for you. They'll be oot. It's not the Wrong Bias podcast. Everyone they tip are out the next round.
Bet they're probably sitting listening to us just now.
Oh, they're not.
They're not. I've got this microphone just shoved into my face, Jason. I don't think I would like a vital.
Can jump over it, has done. Needs to run a bit. Just 4 feet.
Remember.
Don't forget we have 3 games for you today. It's the only day of the championships where there's 3 games live streamed. There's one at 1:15 this afternoon, and then the last one will be
4.
4:15, I think it is. Yeah, 3 games. You'll get a notification if you subscribe to the YouTube channel when those games are about to go live anyway.
Yeah. 9:15, 1:30 and 4:30. Sure, 3 games today.
Well played. That's a cracking bowl. See, Skip apologising, looking up to the camera. Well, it gets to the orange, the green bowl. Orange. Finished good.
Mixed up the colour of your shirt, Jason.
I know, I must have done something wrong.
Oh, the shirts are nice, nice colours. You do suit orange, Jason.
So the backhand looks almost out of action for the end at the moment. Forehand still available. It's not a bad hand.
Zimbabwe have got to try to limit the damage in this game, Jason, somewhere and somehow.
Yeah, realistically, they want to just try and crawl to double figures, I'd say.
They're just drawing, though.
Well played.
Goal. Trundled on that wee bit. I thought it was just going to fall in behind the short ball.
Gives them an option, though.
Yep.
Gives them that option. Got wrecked. I mean, he's got 1, 2, 3 seconds. 3 right behind. Drag it back. Just pull this jack for quite a few. Needs to bend.
Wait.
Nope.
Oh, it's coming in.
Oh. If they're measuring that one, I think they're measuring for 4.
Another sporadic head. It's I think some of them have struggled to get any sort of,
Momentum.
well, I think that's maybe what you would call it. I think I could call it something else if I could find the word, but it's just a bit difficult to put finger on what they're all thinking. It'd be nice to speak to them after the game to see what they thought of the rink and what their game plan was, and did it work out, or certainly worked out for Norfolk Island.
Big 4 there. 2 ends to go. Of course, they can't win now, but obviously it's all about shots and things like that, because obviously it's a round-robin basis. It's all about tables at the end. We're going to have a quick look at some of the scores coming through from our roving reporter, Mr. Wheel, down at the green. We're going to look at some of the men's scores at the moment. Rink 8, Scotland 12, Jersey 4. That's after 9 ends. Rink number 9, Cyprus A 9, Cyprus B 12, 11 ends. Rink number 13, Wales 13, Czechoslovakia 3 after 11 ends. Switzerland 17, Guernsey 6. That's an interesting score, isn't it? Switzerland 17, Guernsey 6. Very interesting.
I would have lost money in that one.
Yeah, very interesting score. America 12, England 10.
Another interesting score.
Yeah, very close, 11 ends. And America B against England B, 5-13 to England. So some really, really, really good and interesting games there.
Well, that's what you want. You don't want the bigger nations to dominate. I'd like it to be a nice even playing surface, and just I'd like to see some of the smaller nations coming through too, because we have quite a few emerging nations out and about at quite a lot of the bigger tournaments, the World Championships in Australia the other month there. It was interesting to see how some of them performed. Yeah, should be interesting.
Then back to the player. Thanks, pal. So quite a long length jack here. I mean, this forehand is absolutely huge at this length, but it's still a good huge. It's consistent.
They've tended to play that backhand side, which is iffy, if that's the best you could call it. The other side, if you give it grass, as we've said before, it boomerangs back at the end.
Yeah.
Don't be frightened to give it grass.
No, anywhere kind of 6 inches just outside the string with good pace, and you will come back all day long. Depends on your bowl, of course, but I mean, that set of bowls we nicked, quite literally. So here it comes, look, it's bending back all day long. And I think when you've got a hand that you know that bends, all you've got to do is concentrate on the weight.
Maybe a wee comeback here. I think Zimbabwe's holding there.
the end of the game, I might go down and try and get some little videos of the players for a little bit of mood and things. Might be quite nice.
See how they.
Yeah. See the top green there? Look at the top. Rinks numbers 12 to 16, is it?
Yeah. 13 to 16.
13 to 16.
They're all occupied. They're all.
Busy morning. Keeping the organisers entertained, nice and busy.
This morning, up in the top green, you have Czechoslovakia and Wales, Guernsey, Switzerland, England A against the United States, and England B against United States. A and B. If you hadn't pinched the programme, I could have given you the teams, but I didn't want to.
Of course, it's Czech Republic now, isn't it? Of course. So it's changed quite a few times. The
It's
correct.
Czechoslovakia, but
Yeah.
I'm older again,
Oh yeah. Okay.
so I can go back. I've got a lot of history.
Yeah, it's recently changed again. So I think it's just now Czech Republic. It's one of the places in the world I've never been.
No, I'd quite like to go. I would tell you who was playing, but I don't think my pronunciation would be very good.
Go on then.
No, thank you. Romana Opoltalova, Miroslav Kake, Ada Padisakova, and Libor Svaton. Did that sound good to you?
Well done.
Yeah.
Be on ladies' gymnastics next week. Nice little touch here. Needs a nice little touch.
Oh,
Just not thick enough. But again, receiving position. 1, 2.
South Africa must just be up 2.
Yep, South Africa on the next rink to the left there, number 10. That's the score there, 14-10. No, they're just behind, aren't they? Jersey A 14, South Africa 10. If the scoreboard is as it should be.
Jersey A for the gents is Rob Clive, Graham Lemonnier, Alex Stewart and Brian Bison. And the South Africans, Francois Cohen, Gianni Gatti, John Connellan and Kenny Kiriakou. So there's a good mix of names in there. So I don't want any complaints about the pronunciation. Yep, 14-10. Jersey are up. Back to our game. I think it's just going to run through, Jason.
Yeah, just lacking. Shame. Perfect line. Oh, nice and positive. Looking for the bowls or the jack. Plant's not too bad. Got nothing. Lucky.
fresh air.
Well, I mean, look at that head of bowls there. To find that big gap there is a bit unlucky. So one more single.
To Norfolk Island.
Yep, moving into the last end of this first round. 23-3. Big score, that.
It's the biggest from around the greens that we've received from Rob. But it's a good foothold on the ladder, you know. So it gives you a good start and gives you a wee bit confidence.
Yep, don't forget we're back with you at 1:30, where we're going to be watching Cyprus B face Wales.
Women's.
Yep, ladies.
Cyprus should be rightly proud, Jason, of hosting this event, as we said earlier, for the small amount of members that they do have. Been very lucky with the sponsorship from the Constantinou brothers here. And they've all played their part, all their members too. They've worked hard over the years to get this. And when we can get a picture of the trophies are absolutely, in my mind, they're outstanding. They were made locally. Beautiful.
I think there's the striking thing is you look at the trophy, and by looking at the trophy, this is going to sound silly, but you know where you are in the world.
Yes, you definitely do. Definitely do.
Yeah, we'll definitely post a picture of those trophies.
The trophies, and we'll get some details of the artist who masterminded them. Very talented. They may not be recognisable in the next rink, but South Africa are playing in the white shirts with the black edging, which is sort of unusual for South Africa. But perhaps like some other countries, they've had to purchase their own shirts, get their own playing attire. Going to hold up, is it?
Inside edge, yeah, well
Got
played.
it. Seems to be a wee hole just at the finishing couple of yards.
Yeah, there's two ways in on both directions. I think the wider line is the better line. I find you shove it a lot wider and it'll bend a lot more for you. I think that is the better line of the two, I think. But you've just got to have that confidence in just to fling it out. This is pace dependent. It's very good. It is very good pace.
Well done again. Good ball there, Kev. We were being told last night the Norfolk Islands have their own language, actually, weren't we?
Yes.
Interesting.
It did say, I forgot what the name of it was now. Nafokian or something. He did mention it, didn't
something,
he?
yes, he did. And it's the only language like that in the world, they were telling us, but didn't really give us any examples of it.
He said because you're only ever an islander if you're born there, I think, or you're only accepted as an islander if you're
only
if you're
two
born
lots of people go there, newlyweds and about to die.
I think the phrase he did say was newlyweds and nearly deads.
Nearly dead.
Yeah.
And that was from a Norfolk Islander himself. It wasn't Jason and I who made that up.
It was tongue in cheek as well. He was.
Yeah, it was.
We did have a very good laugh with him.
Giggle about it. We did. It's nice to speak to all these people from different countries, isn't it? And learn a little bit about the country and
Yes.
some of the difficulties some of them have had to get here, and how they, like Czech Republic, are only just new bowlers, and it's nice to welcome them into our family fold, as I would call it anyway, because we know quite a lot of these bowlers.
They just don't have the facilities, do they? I mean, you look at Czech Republic, and I'm assuming, and it is only an assumption, like Switzerland would have a short mat facility anyway. I stumbled across one right up in the Alps.
I think it's only a sort of
has
one
small-
rinker thing
yeah.
that they've got. I did see a picture of it too. I think it was it Neil Dalrymple who posted it?
I think it was
I
Neil
think it was
Dalrymple.
Neil came over. Neil was is just not long taken over as CEO of World Bowls, and he had a very, very good visit over here. He met with all the not all of the member nations, but quite a few of the member nations, just to find out exactly what facilities they had, what they were looking for. And it's nice to know your members, and for your members to know that you'll look after them.
Correct. Yeah. No, it was I'm sure a very worthwhile trip for not only World Bowls but for the members. That's
Not
the
a
story
thing.
of the game. I
Yes,
think, and
that's been the story of the game, yep.
I think that's been fair. Norfolk Island have definitely been the better team. Zimbabwe have had that gap after gap
They've
after
found
gap.
spaces all the time.
Yeah. See Cyprus ladies, Cyprus A, Cyprus B. They're just one in it after 11 ends, down on that middle green. There isn't any live scorings. We're just trying to get as much information for you. I know there's people tuned in from all around the world. Thank you very much for joining us and the support you're showing in this Atlantic Senior Fours. Oh, well played. Oh, well played.
Ooh.
Just given up. Got to attack this. If he finds a hole here now, I think he needs to go to that church down the bottom of the beach.
I think he's too high. Oh no, sorry, I'm on the next rink.
It's close. He's
It's
close.
close. Ooh.
Well played,
Oh,
sir.
Zimbabwean
played.
hands are up, so did well. Ian Lane with his last ball, I think.
Oh, what's that? He's turned up. That's right, he's turned it through the head. That was a Norfolk bowl.
Mike trying to get Frank Bravo to play into it again, I think, forehand. It's coming down now. I think he's just slightly wide. Not doing what it's told, Jason.
Never does. So that should be that then. No, 15 ends.
One. I think there should be another end to play because this is 1, 2, and there's 15, so we should be playing up.
Oh.
23, 4.
14 ends, yeah. 23 for 14 ends. One more. Oh, well, there we go. A chance just to get that score deficit down.
Well, they certainly scored better on the back half of the game.
Because it's top four, isn't it, I think? Is it
Top 4, yep.
Yeah, top four from...
Complete
the
round
group.
robin, and it's top 4 who qualify for the knockout stages. Which is giving you a good run, Jason. That does give you a better option than some of the smaller sections that
Yes.
we're used to seeing.
Yeah, if you fall into a very tough section against a very easy section.
Yeah. Get that wee kick out halfway up.
Yeah, I don't think that's the hand to play. I'd always play down this forehand. Like I say, it's just find your pace. Fling
You
it out.
found it. You found it with the very first ball this morning, Jason. I think you thought it was going to be over on the tennis courts, but it just bent back. Honest, obviously, just like a boomerang.
I knew what I was doing.
No, you didn't. It's heavy. Very difficult too, Jason, to understand these rinks when we haven't played them. We
No,
can
yeah.
only tell you what we see. We don't know the feel for them, really.
I'll have you a game one morning. We'll play for a bottle of wine or something. Make it interesting. 1st to 7 for a bottle of wine.
Wine? Dinner? Irish coffee?
Just nipped it. This will go away very quickly now. There it goes. Look.
Lucky if it stays in the rink. Oh, it's still in, I would think, yeah.
Better line. May have just overcooked it with the pace.
It is quite a tasting rink, that one though, Jason, and it becomes more complicated with the shadows on it all morning, and it's changing all the time. It's drying out, so you have a few issues to contend with on it. Oh,
Found that straight now. Well played. He's played quite well, I think, Kevin.
yeah,
I think he's been the more consistent player from the Norfolk Islands. I mean, they've all
Yes.
played very well, but he's played very consistent in this opening game.
in that Norfolk Islands team there's Tony Cicluna, Kevin Hartwing, Dave Smith and Ian Lane. They've not obviously, but probably played together, as there's only one club in Norfolk Island, so they will know each other's game, which makes a difference.
Just needs to get that nice little straightener. Has done. Yeah, that probably sat him for shot. I'd probably follow him down now, down that backhand, as long as you're not too quick, because obviously you can see when a hand just drifts slightly at the end, you are reliant on just that 2 feet of pace. Keep it just underneath. Left-handed player, so he'll get a slightly different line. He'll get a slightly little bit more bend off his bowl with a left hand. Yeah, just push that out. It's got to run down the track. I'd go again. Yeah, inside edge of the mat. Almost just a foot of green, and just to allow it just to get that straightener for a yard. Can't be too far away from the line. How's the pace?
He's just going to hold past.
Zimbabwe skip will just have to, again, just chance his arm. Got a slightly stronger bowl. I do still believe, though, he will manage to find this little straightener. How's the pace? Needs to be up.
He's had a lot to do in this game for Jason.
Yeah, he's been in trouble quite a lot.
Yes.
Not necessarily had the best of bits of fortune.
No, we did see he's going through a lot of gaps.
He'd have scored higher at croquet this morning. Going through the little holes.
I think that will come down.
He's still there though, Anne. Just 4 feet on his last. Land on any of those 2 black balls for the shot. Now, how's the pace?
He's sliding away again. You can see the shoulders dropping in almost every end. No, they've had no luck at all.
So the last bowl is sent. He's on the wider line. Don't think this will get back. Yeah, it's short. So let's have a quick look. There's 1, 2 for Zimbabwe.
Two
For Norfolk Islands, isn't it?
What's the finger pointing here? Of course, it doesn't matter how much you win by. All shots can count if you're going to the end and you're looking to qualify.
Well, that's right, because if there's only 2 teams on the same amount of points, it will come down to the obviously shot aggregate. Mm-hmm. So they're all looking. There's 3 been removed so far.
I think there's tapes going on. Norfolk Island are doing the measuring.
Well, we've nearly measured every bowl in the green here. Is that another one? Yep, this one.
Pointing.
Just pointed there, just kick him in. 5. Dear me. So
Well, they started with a 5 and finished with a 5.
Well, there we go. So that's a fantastic result for Norfolk Islands on their first game here at Cyprus. And they're going to beat Zimbabwe 28 shots to 4. Don't forget, we're going to be back with you at 1:30. We're going to turn to the ladies' fours, and it's going to be Cyprus B taking on Wales. Well, I'm afraid that's all we have. So, 1:30 this afternoon, for everybody here at the Athena Beach in Cyprus, it's goodbye for now.
I know that I'm well away from being a perfect guy. I can have a bad temper, make a big fuss and cry. And I know that lately it's been hard. We had a bumpy ride. But if you give me one more chance, I make it effortless.